Warning. The following video is just a predictions/wishlist video for Lightning Collection 2023 releases. While I am often known to leak Lightning Collection figures, pretty much everything I talk about in this video here today is just what I personally would like to see them do, or personally expect them to do in 2023 for the Lightning Collection. Don't take any of this as an actual leak or confirmation of any of it actually happening. Enjoy. Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today I'm going to be giving my wish list/predictions for 2023 for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. So 2023 is going to be our 5th year of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, which I can't even believe that we're already going to be heading into the 5th year of this, half of a decade of Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures, which is absolutely crazy here. Now, I always like doing this at the end of the year. I did a 2021 predictions video and a 2022 predictions video, and sometimes some of that stuff actually ends up panning out. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes there's certain things I say every single year that just have still not happened yet. But like I've done the last 2 years, I kind of just want to look at where we're at with the line, what I'm kind of expecting to happen, what I still would really like Hasbro to do, and everything and all that kind of sorts for 2023. So going into this video here, here's what we know officially about 2023. So far, there have been 11 figures officially revealed by Hasbro for 2023. First of all being Dino Charge Blue from Wave 13, the first 3 of the Cobra Kai crossover, Deluxe Wave 3 with Blue Centurion and the Silver Ranger Cycle, and of course the Amazon exclusive Alien Ranger 5-pack. So those are the 11 figures that we've seen officially revealed. Now, we've also had officially revealed the Zord Ascension Project Astro Megazord. Now, there are some things that we've had teased officially by Hasbro, but they haven't officially revealed them yet, and that is the first 3 figures of Wave 14, being Dino Thunder Black, Lost Galaxy Pink, and SPD Yellow, and that's basically it. Everything else for Lightning Collection stuff for 2023 so far has been leaks. And there's plenty of them here. So Mega Power Brazil has leaked the Zord Ascension Project Tiger Zord is coming in 2023, and now it's time for what I've leaked in 2023 so far, and that is the 4th figure of Wave 14, which is Dino Fury Blue. And also this past week, I leaked on TJ Day, thanks to one of my sources giving me the green light, I have leaked the Turbo Red Ranger figure coming in 2023. And I've also leaked Lost Galaxy Yellow is coming in 2023 to complete Lost Galaxy, so we know that the Turbo Red and Lost Galaxy Yellow are on the way. I don't believe that those are in the same wave. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm still trying to work out the details of a bunch of different sources on that kind of thing. And then the final things that I've already leaked for 2023 is the Yellow Ranger helmet and the Tango Warrior 2-pack. So 2 Mighty Morphin things that are going to be on the way for the 30th anniversary. And I also have a lot of predictions for the 30th anniversary stuff. So let's go ahead and get into the rest of the video. So 2023 is very interesting because we are heading into the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers. And with the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers, I'm not exactly expecting them to put the actual 30th anniversary logo on the packaging for anything. I feel like we probably would have already seen that at this point if they were going to. But I would not be surprised if we get some 30th anniversary merchandise for 2023. And that's where my first prediction is coming out here, and that is brand new Mighty Morphin figures. This seems like a very safe bet for some kind of release in 2023 here. There's a lot of different opportunities and methods that they could go about doing this. We've already kind of seen that there's some new MMPR pieces out there with more recent releases that are seeming to line up for a perfect timing of them re-releasing stuff for the 30th anniversary. Speaking of, like, the Color Swap 2-pack has the brand new Red Ranger helmet. It also has a brand new mold for the Blade Blaster that actually includes a blast effect piece hole on the front of the blaster part, which is something that has never been present on that in like the 4 years that piece has been included in Lightning Collection figures. We did also get the brand new pinless body in the Color Swap 2-pack there with the male figure, and also the female figure as well. So I feel like it's just probably a matter of time before they re-release the entire Mighty Morphin team in 2023. Now, personally, if they were going to do this, which I don't know if they're going to, I think it'd be really, really nice if they put them out in just a singular box set. Like, I don't want them to take up wave slots or anything like that, and I don't think they make them store exclusives or anything like that unless they were a box set. But I think it'd be one of those perfect things where you can put out a box set of the Mighty Morphin team, you can include all the new helmet sculpts and all the new accessories and pinless bodies and redo the face scans and stuff like that. It'd be incredible if they made them based off of the 30th anniversary special, but I don't know if they would actually bother to do that. Hopefully they got scans of everybody while they were down there filming stuff in New Zealand, but I don't know if they thought that through or not. But basically, I feel like this will also be a really good release for casual fans out there. When we're getting 30th anniversary stuff, there's going to be articles and there's going to be videos and stuff like that out there about people talking about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's going to get a little bit more, focus in the spotlight than it usually would because of the anniversary and because of the special. So it'd be a really good time to try to incentivize purchases from people who are not necessarily Power Rangers fans by putting out some kind of box set or something. It would not surprise me if we get that. Now also something that won't surprise me if we get it in 2023 is the Black Ranger helmet. So keeping in theme with Mighty Morphin, I would not be surprised if we get a Black Ranger helmet in 2023. Now that the Yellow Ranger one is going to be on the way, that would kind of be the most logical next go here. Technically, they could also do Mighty Morphin Green, but I figure at this point they're probably just going to save that one for last and probably get Black out before Green. Now, will they do the other two power weapons? I don't know. I really don't know if there's a world where they can make the power axe or the power bow without resorting to HasLab or some absolutely astronomical price for them, but maybe. I think it'd be really cool if they could try to do it. I would absolutely love to get a full power blaster in the Lightning Collection. Could you imagine how cool something like that would be? Also, how expensive something like that would be, but maybe with the 30th anniversary, maybe stuff like that, maybe they'll figure out some kind of way to do it. If it's a HasLab or whatever it may be, I would love to see them do it here, and I think it'd also be nice to get Mighty Morphin Black out the door there, to just continue, you know, kind of the next things that would be logical in line of all the stuff that they usually release for the Lightning Collection. So always in these videos every year, I like to kind of just throw out character names I'd love to see. I personally don't like making, this is what I predict Wave 16 will be, this is what I predict Wave 15 will be. I don't like doing that, because whenever I make groups of 4 together in a picture collage, people will screenshot it and be like, that's the next wave Josh said it was, and I'm like, no, not necessarily. Sometimes it's a prediction, so I don't like to do that. So I don't like to do full-on wave predictions here, because waves can be anything. It's very hard to predict what waves are going to be. You can always make pairings of 4 figures up together or 4 character choices and be like, that's what I'd like to see. But basically, I'm just going to list a bunch of character names that I would really like to see and would predict to see in 2023. Starting with more Wild Force characters, I think that now that we have basically half the team, I'm still hearing that Wild Force Red is a thing that's existing. At some point, I'm still not really sure what's happening with that one. He was supposed to be in a deluxe wave, but the deluxe waves have been really murky with the accuracy of the leaks that I've been giving you guys on, which I apologize for, but they've been changing the waves around, so it's not that my sources are wrong, it's just they were right at one point in time, and then the information changed. So the deluxe waves are shuffling all over the place over there at Hasbro, so I don't know what's going on with that one in particular, but regardless, we still have actually 2 figures of Wild Force that have already released, and the Putrid, so I think it'd be really, really nice to get some more Wild Force characters out in 2023, whether that's finally getting the Wild Force Red I first leaked in 2021, or getting yellow, white, or black. I'd love to see anything else with that team now that we've started it. Same thing with Dino Fury. I think it'd be just the most logical thing for them to continue Dino Fury on the shelves, even with the focus now being on Cosmic Fury, but we're going to have Blue joining the line in Wave 14, which will be half of the main team, so I'd love to see Gold, I'd love to see Black, I'd love to see Pink. I'd also love to see Power Rangers Cosmic Fury figures in the Lightning Collection. They've, had the suits and stuff like that long enough for a time to maybe make that something that could happen. If you don't know, Lightning Collection figures, or really anything at Hasbro, have a roughly 12 to 18 month development to release timetable here. So the earliest that something could even exist and be out in 2023 realistically would be something that would have to have been designed or at least been thought up of at least in 2021 or very early 2022. So it's not completely impossible that Cosmic Fury could squeeze in, but if anything, I'm not expecting Cosmic Fury stuff in Lightning Collection, even if we ever get it until 2024 or something like that. But I hope that I'm wrong about that, because I'd really like to see it. Now, there's plenty of teams that I'd love to see join the Lightning Collection in 2023, especially as Wave 14 and some other figures out there are going to be completing the main core teams of Lost Galaxy, SPD, and Dino Thunder. Now that we've checked all 3 of those off, it's going to be the most teams that we finish in a one setting. So it'd be really nice to start some more teams out there. We had that tease about shifting to high gear. We know more Turbo figures are coming. As I've already told you, Red is coming, and they even hinted at more coming when they revealed Blue Centurion. So I think more Turbo figures would be a good prediction. I would love to see seasons. There's so many seasons I want to see. I want to get a Dax figure so the account that tweets about do we have a Lightning Collection Dax can finally get the figure he wants. I want them to restart Time Force because all the figures have been terrible so far. There's a lot of stuff I like to see them do. Give us some more Neo Saban seasons. I absolutely love Samurai. It's the season that got me into Power Rangers. It's going to be the 10th anniversary of Megaforce, which makes me feel old. So I'd love to see figures of all those guys or any of those guys at all. It'd be really, really neat to see. Let's do it. Also for 2023, we got to start getting some more comic stuff. The comics are doing some awesome, amazing, cool designs with the Solar Ranger stuff and the Omega Ranger stuff and Matt's Green Ranger suit. I want all of that stuff in Lightning Collection, and they just don't dive into comic stuff as much as they do, or as much as I think that they should. We get cool things like the Color Swap 2-pack, which I would not be surprised if we get more Color Swap stuff. That would be pretty easy for them to finish out. You can do a 2-pack with Kimberly as the Blue Ranger and Zach as the Pink Ranger, since those are the only 2 other ones that you would have to do brand new paint jobs on the figures of, because the last one is just Billy as the Black Ranger, which you can technically already make with like a head swap there, but they could also probably release that again, maybe make it some kind of like cell shaded one or something, I don't know. But I would like to see them finish the color swap since they've started it. Might as well finish it. I kind of see the color swaps sort of, it's weird because the color swaps could be like a new like series, kind of like the ninja figures or the metallic figures, where we kind of start it and we kind of focus on that through the next couple of exclusive releases. But then again, I would have said the same thing about the cell shaded figures, and those seemingly have gone nowhere. Granted, that was a weird release, and I don't think it necessarily very justifiable release, while all the other kind of mini-series releases were. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I'd love to see more color swap stuff, at least to finish out the main team of that in 2023. Speaking of comic stuff, this is another one that I'm kind of iffy about on if the timetable would even allow it to exist in 2023. But maybe, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover figures seemingly were received pretty well when they released in 2021. I absolutely love them a ton, but we've already seen so far, and spoilers if you are not reading the series or if you don't want to know, skip to this time code where I will stop talking about TMNT crossover number 2. But crossover number 2 already has some really cool designs that I want to see as figures. Really cool ones. So we have this Ranger X, I think is what he's called. I believe it's Casey Jones. I'm not 100% sure, but this suit is badass. I want this as a figure. Come on. This would be so cool. Make this like a standalone deluxe release or something like that. I would eat that up. Absolutely love that. And what's really cool is that since the original crossover had the Ninja Turtles become Power Rangers, the second crossover has had the Power Rangers become mutants, with mutagen and everything, where they've become these weird mutant dinosaur rangers that have mutagen on their belt buckles and have like completely like anthropomorphic heads of their T-Rex animals and dinosaur animals and stuff. These are wild. And I don't know how they would even possibly do them as figures, or even if they would bother. I know some people still really want the kind of civilian Ninja Rangers that they did when the team lost their powers or whatever in the original crossover, where they kind of had that ninja get up. That would be really cool as well. But I think that these have a lot more of a chance of getting made since like they're technically more official Ranger powers. But because of how advanced the molds on that would be, I really don't know if they would bother. But like I said, the first crossover I think was relatively successful with the figures, but it's one of those things where I don't know how far in development the sequel crossover has been. So it could be one of those things from like the get-go when they were developing here, they knew they were already going to do Lightning Collection figures. It's possible. If you think about it here, the first Ninja Turtles crossover came out in like late 2019, early 2020, and then about a year and a half later we got figures of that, which would line up kind of not really well. That would mean that if we were going to get figures from this one, it would be like August of 2024 that we get figures of this. But I'm wondering if how long the development of the sequel crossover has been. Maybe they developed these designs alongside the development process of making figures of them, because they already had that pre-existing relationship with Viacom and Nickelodeon and everything like that to make these figures. I would like to see that happen. I don't know if they're going to bother with it, but I think that it's one of those things to where I don't really understand why you, except for like to sell the book of course, why you'd make these really cool designs if you're not going to make figures of them. I love that we got the first crossover having figures. Let's do it for this one because it makes more sense than Cobra Kai or Street Fighter ones, even though the Street Fighter ones also had a basis with the video game, but not Ken and Cammy, so that kind of thing. But speaking also of the Cobra Kai figures, Loretta did tease, or she did 100% confirm basically, that we were going to be getting some more Cobra Kai figures in 2023. Now I think, from what I understand, from what I've kind of heard, I believe we're getting 2 more, but I don't know who they're going to be. One of them, logically, would be Johnny Lawrence. I'm surprised we haven't had him already. That's probably one of them. I have no idea who the other one would be here, so who knows when that's going to happen, but expect at least 2 more Cobra Kai figures in 2023. I'm not predicting any more than that. I don't think people really like this crossover all that much. It's definitely the least popular one, I think. It's definitely one that feels like it has the least amount of effort thrown into it as well. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see with that one. Another thing also I want to predict is that I feel like it's, with the 30th anniversary around the corner, I really think it's about time that Hasbro puts Power Rangers into Fortnite, especially because they, there's just another thing for me to spend money on, right, if that actually happens. And the reason why I say that is because I think it'd be a good time to do it. Hasbro has already partnered with Fortnite before to put Snake Eyes in from G.I. Joe, and when they did that, they released the G.I. Joe Classified Series figure mold as a Fortnite version with a different paint scheme. And if they did that for Power Rangers, I could potentially see something like that happen as well. So it's like kind of a Lightning Collection prediction. I could see it happening potentially. And in the final kind of main prediction wish list thing, I'm not going to dive into it for too long because I already kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, and I've also made at least like 2 separate videos already talking about this, and I kind of want to make its own dedicated video on this topic specifically here. As much as I would despise it, because it would be incredibly expensive and I don't think it would pass, it's time that we get a HasLab. I think we all know that it's time to get one. I'm surprised we haven't gotten one yet. I think the introduction of the Zord Ascension project is the prime time for them to start doing a HasLab for Power Rangers. I think that they've just been trying to find the right thing. I still don't know what the right thing is, whether that's like a Titanus, or my personal favorite pick or wishlist pick, or pie in the sky dream would be a Dark Spectre figure. That's the thing I would want the absolute most. But whether it's Zap related, or it's weapon related, or it's something really cool like that, I still don't think it would have enough momentum to actually get fully funded. As we've seen, Star Wars ones and even Marvel ones have failed now, so I don't even know, but like, with the 30th anniversary, it's one of those things where like you kind of have to take all your typical predictions and expectations and kind of dial them up a little bit, because Hasbro should be going a little extra. They should be giving a little bit more effort for the 30th anniversary, and I'm really hoping we're going to see it, and I'm kind of expecting it too. So it's one of those things to where I don't know if or even if they would bother with a HasLab, but if they did, this would be the year to do it, and we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, I can't end this video yet because there's one last thing I have to predict, and that's because I predicted it, or not predicted it, but have had it on my wish list for the last 2 years in a row, and it still hasn't happened. Quantum. Please give me a Quantum Ranger figure. I've wanted one so badly. But at the same time, don't give me one on the current Time Force body, because red and blue are terrible. So it's going to be the monkey paw thing. They're going to finally give me a Quantum Ranger, and it's going to be on a terrible body mold that's going to fall apart or something. I've always predicted him as a Walgreens exclusive, but as I'm going to be talking about in my next episode of Lightning Storm that's going to be coming out after this video, we're not getting any Walgreens exclusives anymore for pretty much any Hasbro brand. So if we ever do get a Quantum figure, it's not going to be a Walgreens exclusive anymore, I suppose, but I still want to see it. Let's do it, please. Alright, and with that is kind of my wish list and predictions video for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection in 2023. So like I said, we're heading into a big year with the 30th anniversary, with the 5th anniversary of the line. Not that they're going to do anything to celebrate the 5th anniversary of Lightning Collection. They probably don't even know that. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys want to see for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection in 2023? What are you excited about already from what we have officially revealed, what I and others have leaked, and what I want on my wish list here and predicting here, just based off of certain things that they've done in the past and kind of certain directions that we're going, the things that I think are kind of the most likely or that I would like to see them do. But yeah, that's going to do it. So until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LiveNinjaKey or LiveNinjaPR, and I'll see you all later.